At MageeNews.com, we're going to be doing a series in conjunction with Dry Creek Baptist Church about hope for the hopeless. I know many of us have been in that place when we felt like there really was no hope. And during this next month and a half, we're going to be speaking with people who have walked some pretty tough paths. And I'm honored today to have Summer Peacock with me, and that she agreed to come because Summer is going to tell us a little bit about Jacob's Well. This event is going to be on December the 6th at Dry Creek Baptist Church, which is about 8 miles past the Magee Elementary. And I think it's something you and your family would reap benefits from. There'll be child care available, and I'll be telling you about that as we go along. But I did want Summer to tell you a little bit about the hope that she found and what is out there for you. Did you find, was it just so hard to make that step? What made you realize you had to make the step? Let me say it like that.
Being desperate. I was so desperate for more. I wanted peace, I wanted joy, I wanted love, and I was looking for it in the wrong places. And I was just so desperate, and it was the hardest decision I ever made to go to Jacob's Well, but I did. And it was even harder to stay, but it was worth it. 6 months was worth the rest of my life.
That was one of my questions, was how long did you have to stay? But tell me a little bit about Jacob's Well. I know the name, I've heard about it, but what is Jacob's Well?
Jacob's Well is it's a safe haven for women that have been on the streets, been on drugs. They've been abused. Anything that you can imagine, the women have been through it in their life.
Well, I'm sure it's like it says, you're hopeless. You're in a hopeless situation. How did you get connected with Jacob's Well?
I knew some people that had went to Jacob's Well, and I went through the Christian Women's Job Corps.
Mm-hmm.
And before I went through that, I was thinking Jacob's Well. But of course, I thought, I can't leave my family. I can't leave my kids. I can't do that. And things went really bad with my family. I was going to lose them anyway, just by the choices that I had made. And I just decided to go. It was, Overflow was ready to send me whenever I was ready. And I just decided to go.
That's got to be such a hard decision because, like you said, it was so hard. You can think of all these reasons why you would not go.
There's so many reasons. Who's going to take care of my kids? Who's going to take them to school? Who's going to go to their events? When in reality, I was doing that stuff, but it wasn't me doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the mom they needed.
Mm-hmm.
And that completely changed because now, when I do go to those things, and I do get up, and I do it on purpose. I get up every morning on purpose. I take them to school. I spend time with them. I do it on purpose, and it's me. It's not a fake me. It's not an induced high that's
Mm-hmm.
making me get up. It's not anything but me now.
And the Lord taking you there. Life is difficult. It's difficult in so many areas, and I feel like the program that Dry Creek Baptist Church is planning is going to be something that's going to meet the needs of so many different people. Jacob's Well is just one of the areas that will be discussed. We will be discussing grief. We will be discussing changes you can make in your life, financial changes. Sometimes when you're just sad or lonely or you don't know how to handle the situation that you're in. But Summer, one of the things that you said really has stuck with me because you thought, I can't give up those 6 months. But you had a lot of wisdom when you realized that the 6 months as compared to the rest of your life. And that had to have been...
Already, I've only been home, I don't think I've been home 6 months. Maybe... But not, it hasn't been a year. And the time that I've been home, that 6 months was worth it. Definitely. I used to dread, just in the mornings I would dread getting out of bed. because I didn't know what the day brought. And only that, I had to chase my addiction, and that was working itself. And now I get up, and I really believe that the devil says, "Oh no, she's up."
I agree.
She's definitely going to make it through this day. How can I tempt her?
Mm-hmm. I don't think some people realize how alive and well the devil is.
He's very alive, and he's always at me, always. But I have the Lord, and nothing that comes against me will prosper. Nothing.
There you go. That's so true. Do you mind if I ask you what was your addiction?
It was pills.
How did you just kind of gradually go into that, or was it something you were using as an escape?
I started, taking pills, I guess, 16, 17, but it wasn't on a daily basis. It was just whenever to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2005, I had my first child, and they started prescribing them to me for the pain. And I would just go back and say I'm hurting. And it just spun out of control. It spun out of control for 8 years, 7, 8 years.
So yours really started with pain medicine,
Mm-hmm.
pain medication. And it went from that.
And not just pain medication, nerve medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Nerve medicine, because I had postpartum depression. So I went to a facility, and they gave it to me. And I would just say, that's not working, I want more, and they would give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually attempted suicide on the medicine that they gave me.
Really?
Twice. Mm-hmm.
I think, sometimes I think people don't realize that the severity of postpartum depression.
It is.
I think that might be something too, if you find yourself right now that you're in a situation of postpartum, that this is going to be a activity or an event, might be a better word, for you to reach out. If this is something that's happening in your life, because as I stated earlier, there will be child care, because the majority of us that are having difficulties or seeing the dark side do have children, and sometimes you see no way for help. I hope that you will come, because I think hearing Summer's testimony will be inspiring to each of you. I know that coming to all the other programs are going to be great. And I'm sure most of you realize that this is not easy for Summer to get here and speak, to come before you and speak.
It's the hardest thing.
I know. I admire her for the courage that it took to come today, because it's much easier just to sit back and say, I hope it works out for you, kid.
Let somebody else do it.
Let somebody else do it. But she's taken a stand, and she's taken a stand through her church, and she's taken a stand today. And we look forward to seeing you on December the 6th. And I'm not quite sure of the time yet. We'll let you know, because there'll be articles starting sometimes in November about all the information. But Summer will be one of the people that will be there that you might have something you need to talk to her about, or that you have dealt with or are dealing with, and she can directly help you. I hope you will tune in to all the other things that we're going to talk about that will be brought up at the meeting, and that you will pray. That you will pray for this event, Hope for the Hopeless, and that you will pray for Summer as she faces every day and what comes before her, and the fact that she and I both discuss the devil's alive and well. Hope you have a good week, and we look forward to seeing you at Dry Creek Baptist Church on Saturday, December the 6th.